Hey, what is going on to all of my Scorpios out there? How are y'all doing? Let's get into this. So I like to experiment with, as I'm shuffling up the cards, I like to experiment with how long the video is going to be. Um, I would like to get to a point where, I don't have to make such long videos. But apparently a lot of y'all like the longer videos. But I would like to get to a point where y'all can pretty much sit through the most of the video, right? But for you, um, Scorpios, you Scorpios have the Six of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Moon, the King of Cups, Four of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Eight of Swords, Two of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. So, gotta give y'all what y'all want. Y'all wanted long videos, so apparently y'all want to see my ugly mug. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you that, right? Love y'all. So the Six of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Moon represents how for you Scorpios, a lot of you Scorpios have to understand that the Six of Wands and the Queen of Cups are and the Moon, right, is about kind of the type of um relationship style that some of you Scorpios have been learning to get over yourselves. I'm very glad to see how a lot of you zodiac signs are evolving from the rougher videos that I made. And a lot of y'all are willing to listen to what it is that I have to say. Because I'm definitely not trying to steer you wrong. I'm definitely trying to steer you in the correct direction. And the Six of Wands and the Queen of Cups and the Moon represents there was this closing out of this relationship that was detrimental, that a lot of you Scorpios understand that, and when I say closing out, I mean emotionally. You not even, you're moving completely on from that. Some lessons was learned and, you've gotten better from it. You've learned a couple of things. And as a result of this is a situation where you're done with that chapter of your life. You're done. You're done with that part of your life. Apparently, it was a very important relationship. The Moon, it taught you a lot. But now, obviously, it's time for you to move forward with your life. So the King of Cups and the Four of Wands are about, so now you have a newfound level of self-respect and self-control, because the Four of Cups is very much so about a person who is in control of themselves. And even though they have a lot of things going on with them, they are very much so focused, even though obviously they have those strong emotions brewing, right? As Scorpio does, as Scorpio always does. The King of Cups is very much so about a person that likes to um, control themselves, because you understand, because you are the King of Cups in this reading, you understand that without that lack of control, without that control, this is a lot of problems are going to come to you, right? You're not going to be able to see the people who are wasting your time from the people who are being serious. You're not even going to be worth anything to be in a relationship with if you don't learn to control yourself, right? And you realize that you have to work on that insecurity. The Four of Wands represents, so you know that you want that strong family tie with someone, right? And a lot of you really want that strong family tie with somebody, and that's the type of situation that you've got. You know that you have some insecurities that you have to work on, and some of those insecurities is uh thinking that you're not valuable, thinking that you don't have that kind of value. But this is one of the core principles towards that. You must understand that you deserve love. You know, part of the reason why a lot of us end up fighting to be out of a relationship with someone that likes us, loves us, to be in a relationship with someone who treats us like trash is because deep down we don't think that we are really worthy of love, really. You know, because to someone who can analyze that, the way that it comes off is you getting upset, you getting upset at me for taking your car to get it washed. You understand what I'm saying? You're getting upset. Like if you were in a relationship with somebody and you did that, excuse me, with the person who's healthy, they would be like, you're getting upset at me for taking your car to wash. You're getting upset at me because I bought you a birthday cake. You're getting upset at me because I threw you a birthday party. You're getting upset at me for that. Now, right, for someone who doesn't have that level of self-love, to them, it would look like it would look like you didn't ask my permission to steal my car, all this other type of stuff. Why would you buy me a cake? You know that I hate my birthdays and all this stuff. And and what you're not and see, to the other person who knows what they're looking at, right? They would look at it and they would be like, I didn't steal your car. You told me that I can use your car if I ever needed it, and I wasn't taking your car for long. I just wanted to get your car. I just wanted to get your car, grab a couple of supplies or some things to fill your refrigerator with, that I spent my own hard-earned money, and get your car fixed so that you don't have to go to work the next day or next couple of days with a greasy car or whatever the case may be. And you phrase it in a way where I'm stealing it. So the thing is that when a person says stuff like that, they're not really listening, my dear Scorpios, to the way that they sound. They're not really listening to the person is loving them, and they're actually getting upset about that. So the Four of Wands is the Four of Wands represents you Scorpios realizing that you don't ever want to sound like that, or you shouldn't want to sound like that, right? Shouldn't. And you Scorpios realize that you have to work on things. The Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. The eight represents a lot of good luck anyway. And the reason why is because not only because Scorpio is the eighth zodiac sign, but eight is also the number of infinity. In in Chinese mythology and symbolism and stuff like this, eight is a very lucky number, right? Number eight, right? 4 plus 4, right? Or 2 plus 6, But at the same time, right? The Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups is you Scorpios working on yourselves, and rightfully so working on yourselves, because you know that you need some work. You're not in any kind of relationship as of right now because you're so busy doing the work, which is very good, because it means that there's actually some form of development that's going to spring out of that. And this is where it is that why I exist. This is why I am a dark magician, is to help create the catalyst for change and evolution, regardless of however comes about, whether it's your destruction or whether you can adapt to the situation. And I'm realize that I'm actually doing you a favor by helping you help yourself get to the next level. I am a dark magician. I am what I am, and I love it. So the Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups represents you do have people who are very much so regretful that they're not in a relationship with you. But at the same time, right? But at the same time, this is very much so a situation. This is very much so a situation where, even though that is the case, where meaning that you are taking the time out to build your own foundation with yourself, a foundation of love, and love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, equality, right? Respect, right? Respect for other people, right? The Five of Cups and the Eight of Swords represents, be prepared, though, in the spirit of all honesty, to have people that you encounter who are not like that. Because only not because they're trying to necessarily plot on you, right? Specifically, but because that's the majority of the people that's out today, Scorpio. Most people do, I said this before, most people do not love themselves. Most people would gladly walk into, remain in, right? Would gladly walk into and remain in a sadomasochistic relationship, a relationship that is very much so conducive to sadomasochism, right? The person treats you like crap, or you treat them like crap, because if you don't, they're going to treat you like this, right? Or you have to treat them like this, otherwise they're going to treat you like this. That's the majority of modern day relationships, unfortunately. That's why dating coaches exist. That's why, that's the reason why, you see so many people on the internet trying to teach other people, even though I don't agree with some of the things a lot of the things that they're saying, they still come from that perspective of this is what it is that they're doing. So the Two of Wands and the Ten of Swords now is about, but at the same time, the best thing for you to be able to do is for you to create that new life for yourself and reinvent yourself in that way where you understand that you are loved, if not by anybody else, you're loved by yourself, and that's ultimately what it is that you need. It made it shake over here. You heard? It made it shake over here. I'm saying that the bag made it shake over here. Yeah. It's okay. um it's okay. But so the thing is that the Two of Wands and the Ten of Swords represents just that. Their own issues, their own problems, my dear Scorpio, is their own issues and their own problems. So it's not a situation where you have to take it personally. It's very much so a situation where you have to see. This is why it is I said that you have to do the internal work. The moon is very important. The moon is very important because the moon represents self-reflection. Understanding it represents understanding of who you are, your surroundings, how you got here. It represents many different things, right? A lot of times people talk about love and light, love and light, love and light. You're right, but light is secondary. Darkness is primary, because darkness, and anyone can challenge me on this, darkness is actually a faster version of what light is. So darkness is light turned inside out. What is light? Enlightenment. So darkness, right? The moon, right? The moon, the time where the moon is exalted, meaning that at its most powerful, at its most potent, when it has the most dominion and say so, is at night, right? Darkness. But that darkness comes from what? Light being so fast, the photon rays that the planet picks up being so fast, right? Talking about as far as, darkness is concerned, to the point where you can't, to the point where the human eyes have problems picking it up, right? Unless your eyes are adapted to the dark like that. But, in that way, right? You have training on that. But the point is that that's what darkness is. So you have to go into the darkness, the subconscious mind within yourself. And you Scorpios are doing that for you to find out, well, what exactly is it that you needed to change about yourselves? And some of you Scorpios are coming up with the answers. Some of you Scorpios need to work on, again, you don't have to be manipulative. You don't have to be controlling in order to get someone to love you. You don't have to, you can very much so be a very light and bright zodiac sign if you want to. And you Scorpios know that. But there's something about you Scorpios, right? Especially the ones that are going through a hard time, where you think that people won't understand you. And it's more so about all it is that you have to do is reach out and say so. Reach out to someone that you trust and let them know what's going on with you. Obviously the person is never going to understand 100%. because they're not you and they're not in your position. But if a person really loves you and a person really has respect for you, they will have respect and they will gain introspection. They will gain insight and perspective as to they'll gain wisdom and understanding as to knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, I should say, of what it is that you've got going on. And they will understand when it's a good idea to help you out with certain things, or if it's a good idea to leave you alone. So you Scorpios, so in essence, you Scorpios are doing the very same thing that all of us need to do. Work on ourselves. I need to do work, all types of stuff, you know. We all do, you know. So let's, oh, by the way, if you're finding value within this reading, then it means it's time for you to come get a personal reading from me. There's a link in the comment section called a link tree. Click on it. It'll redirect you to a website that has my links from the books that I have that are on Amazon. And all this stuff will be labeled that too. My private tarot readings, because it'll take you directly to my website, which you could pay for it there, or you can send me an email at Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com. My clothing store, as well as my Instagram page, in which you can follow me there. Appreciate it. So, let's clarify the moon, because the moon is very important. It's probably the most important card in this entire reading. So, to clarify the moon, we have the Empress, the Eight of Wands, the moon of itself, the Judgment. We got to draw one more because we can't clarify a card with the same card, and the Page of Swords. Page of Swords. So the Empress, the Eight of Wands, the Judgment, and the Page of Swords are about, the Empress and the Eight of Wands are about, you need to have a newfound level of honesty with yourselves about what you need to nourish yourself, right? Scorpio is the higher octave of Cancer crabs, and Cancer is all about nourishment. Specifically, now nourishment when it comes to food, sustenance, shelter, money, but on a higher level, Cancer is much more than that. Cancer is more about sustaining yourself and nourishment on an emotional, internal, spiritual level that we all need. And y'all Scorpios being the higher octave of Cancer, this is what it is that you need. You need to cut off people who are not even on the path. They're not even doing the work. They're not even working, they're not even doing the work. You got to cut those people off, because the Judgment in the Page of Swords is there that much more of confirmation that you should cut them off, because the Page of Swords, they're going to be more interested in having disagreements and fights and bickering and arguing with you, when obviously the Page of Swords, the Judgment, that's not really going to do you Scorpios any good. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. As of right now, we have 4,648 subscribers. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.